scriptures. Few scriptures that we're looking at today, and there's a lot that you can get out of just these few scriptures. The first thing I want to share with you is that a tradition had it to where a beggar had a cloak or a certain coat he would always wear that identified him as a beggar. And those beggars would be in a position of where they would sit along a roadside or at the entrance of the temple or gate, and they would have their beggar's cloak, and people would put money into their coats. And I'm sure we've seen that before, church, where you can identify a beggar by mostly the clothes that they're wearing. Am I right about it, church? And so we see that Bartimaeus was wearing one because it said that in verse 50, he cast away his coat or his cloak and came to Jesus. Are y'all with me, church? But this sermon is focused on restoration, restoring one. And the question is, have you ever been in a place where you had everything going good in your life? Are y'all with me, church? All right. Everything, life was just so good to you that one day bad news showed up and you ended up sitting in a place where people just stared at you and they talked about how you were back in the day. Come on, somebody. You were just so good. Things were going good. In fact, our lectionary scriptures that go with this is in Job chapter 42. And also in Psalms 34, where we read to you earlier this morning. And then also Mark 10, 42 or 46 through 52. And then again in Hebrew chapter 7. All of these scriptures are tied together. And they have something very much in common. In fact, in Job chapter 42, Job says that I've heard about you, Lord. And I've been uttering words that I did not understand, but now I see you for myself. Are y'all with me, church? In Psalms 34, it says that I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continue to be in my mouth. My soul shall make his boast in the Lord, and the humble shall hear of it and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. And let us exalt his name together. Magnify. So I can be able to see the Lord. Amen, somebody. And then we talk about this man named blind Bartimaeus. Blind Bartimaeus. Interesting enough about blind Bartimaeus is his name. Bartimaeus, B-A-R, means son. And if you notice, he's the son of Timaeus. And his name is Bartimaeus, which means son of Timaeus. And it's way it's written here. It says, and if you translate it, it says that blind Bartimaeus, or blind son of Timaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. If I said Bar means son or son of, then Timaeus is his daddy, the son of Timaeus. And when you look at the word Timaeus, it also means honor. So he was a son of honor. Are y'all with me, church? The word bar just joined with your daddy's name just meant son of, like Peter. When Jesus was talking to him, he said, Simon Bar-Jonah, which meant that his dad was named John or Jonas. Are y'all with me, church? And there's a meaning in those names where John was Yahweh is with me, or God is present. Are y'all with me, church? But Bartimaeus, the son of Anna, was now sitting on the side of the road begging. Can I get a witness, church? And now, as he said before, I know that he was not in this position all of his life. Because when he said to Jesus, when Jesus asked him, what do you want me to do? He said unto him, I want to receive my sight again. Come on, somebody. I want to regain my sight. Which implies that at one point, Bartimaeus could see. One point, Bartimaeus had honor. One point, people did not just disregard him and just walk by and put coins in his hand or on his coat. Are y'all with me, church? At one point, he was like Job, that everyone looked upon him. But now he was a beggar by the roadside. Things can change for you just like that. Job was in a position of honor. And then all of a sudden news came that his 10 children were gone. Am I right about the church? He had received news that all of a sudden his wealth had gone. Just that quick. Can I get a witness, church? Then all of a sudden this healthy man that has never been in a hospital before or never been sick now has sickness from the top of his head down to the sole of his feet. And in a position to now where he's just sitting there with nothing to say. No words could explain how he went from being on top of the world down to where he is sitting there with nothing but shame with him. Can I get a witness, church? And I'm here today to tell you that your life can change just like that. You can go to work tomorrow and they have been talking about it for weeks, but you didn't know anything about it, and all of a sudden they are cutting back, laying off. Can I get a witness, church? All it takes is one decision up in the White House for you to have no house. You just don't know what the next day is going to bring, church. So we have to always remember that the witches we have are only temporary. God might be having a meeting right now, as I stated last week about Job. He could be having a meeting right now and you have no idea. The sickness is going to come upon you on tonight or tomorrow. Can I get a witness, church? Bartimaeus had the son of Anna, the son of Timaeus, is now sitting on the side of the road. He's blind and cannot see. But one thing about blind Bartimaeus is that he can hear. And many times that if you just be quiet enough, you'll hear. Somebody need to hear what I'm saying this morning. Can I get a witness? Most of us are just talking so much that we can't hear anything that God has to say. And I just want to just make you aware that the devil tempts you. The devil listens to what comes out of your mouth. And every now and then you need to shut up. Am I right about that? Some of us need to learn how to pray in the spirit. When you come to the altar, you don't have to just talk. You don't have to move your lips. Just be quiet And Romans chapter 8 says that the Spirit of God will search your heart and with groanings that cannot be heard. And the Lord already knows what is in your heart, and you can ask him because the Holy Spirit is going to relay that to Jesus. And Jesus on the right hand of God is going to relay what is going on with you to God, who is right there on the throne. And that's where Hebrews chapter 7 comes in, that Jesus is the high priest of God that never stops working in your life. Are y'all with me, church? Blind Bartimaeus, sitting on the side of the road, was crying out these words, "Thou son of David." Bar David. Y'all hear me? Son of Bar David. Bar David means son of David. Are you with me? "Thou Bar David, have mercy on me." I'm using Bar David because in the Hebrew tongue they use Ben. B-E-N David. Ben David means son of David. Are y'all with me, church? Ben Jonah. B-E-N Jonah. Son of Jonah. In Aramaic is what the Hebrews was talking in the biblical days in the New Testament, Aramaic, and they changed that from Ben to Bar Jonah or Bartimaeus. Are y'all with me, church? And so here we see Bar David, have mercy on me. He recognized that Jesus was a descendant of David, and he was also the Messiah, just as Peter, the son of Jonah. Are y'all with me, church? Or the son of John, and they both were interchangeable. John and Jonah were the same. If you take off the A-H on it, his nickname was just, they call him John. Are y'all with me, church? J-O-E. Same thing as J-O-A-T. Come on, somebody. Don't get confused. But what I'm saying is that he recognized that Jesus was the son of David, which meant that he was a descendant of David, and he is the Messiah. And he recognized this, just like Peter recognized that Jesus was the Son of God, the Messiah that was sent from God. Are y'all with me, kids? So, Messiah just means anointed one. And I hope and pray that you're following along with me, because at this point, he understood, because he had heard about Jesus. He wasn't, even though he was blind, he listened to all what was said as he was sitting there, as they passed through and they talked about his miracles, as they talked about how they touched the hem of his garment, how they talked about how he touched someone's eyes and they regained their sight, or they received their sight. Are y'all with me, church? And y'all don't get this, but I wish you could see that even in Psalms 34, it says this poor man cried out, and the Lord saved him out of all his trouble. All right. Come on, somebody. The Lord cried out, Lord, have mercy on me. And the more he cried out, the more the people said, be quiet, John. Be quiet, Bartimaeus. Be quiet, Bartimaeus. But the more they said, be quiet, the more he began to shout. I got some folks in here ain't never shouted in church. Am I right about it? You never seen the Lord do anything for you. You just heard about Jesus. You just heard how good he is. But you've never seen God for yourself. Can I get a witness, church? And Bartimaeus was at this point that he heard everyone talking about this Jesus. Everyone talking about him, and he heard the crowd. Because you can hear or see in verse 46 that Jesus came to Jericho. And then immediately it says, and he went out of Jericho. He went into Jericho, and before the sentence was up, said went out of Jericho. I'm like, seemed like that would have been at the end of the scripture. But he came into Jericho and was going out of Jericho. Now, listen to what I'm saying. If Bartimaeus was there as he was going out of Jericho, surely he was there when he was going into Jericho. Can I get a witness? He hadn't been there and heard Jesus coming in with his disciples. But as it said, he was leaving and a great number of people were following. When he went into Jericho, he went in with his disciples. When he was coming out of Jericho, he had a lot of people following him. Come on, somebody. And the people that were following him was surely talking about how good Jesus is. How Jesus had healed their bodies. Can I get a witness? When you leave out of church, what are you saying? When you come in, you feel one way, but when you go out, you ought to be telling somebody all about the goodness of the Lord. I was in church and I just felt the Holy Spirit just touch my body, healed me, and I feel better today than I felt before I came to church. I was depressed and down and out when I came to church, but when I walked out of church, I was following Jesus, and everything was feeling good. Come on, somebody. I've never met a person that really have been touched by Jesus and was the same before you touched him. Come on, somebody. Now let me quiet down. I'm getting too excited. I'm getting too excited because I'm telling somebody today about a Jesus that you just heard about, but you haven't seen him for yourself. The reason why I know Bartimaeus was a different person after he had heard so much was because when he was calling out and they said, "Be quiet," Jesus stood still at verse 49 and began to command Bartimaeus to come here. And the crowd said, "Blind man, blind man." He called him blind Bartimaeus, but blind man. Jesus is talking to you. Now be of good comfort. Rise. I'm wondering, why did they say, "Be of good comfort"? Why did they say, "Be of good comfort"? Because those that were following behind him was doing what I said they were doing. They were talking about how good Jesus is and how he had changed their lives. And just be confident to know he's calling you. Something good is about to happen. And I don't know about you, church, but when I read these scriptures, I read them over and over again so that the Lord will reveal some things to me. And at verse 50, it says, casting away his beggar's cloak. Casting away his beggar's cloak. I'm waiting until somebody began to see and hear what I'm saying. Casting away his beggar's cloak. Before he was ever healed, he was casting away his beggar's cloak because he knew that once he made it to Jesus, his life was going to change. He left the bed. He didn't pick up the beggar's cloak and take it with him. He did not put it back home. He took the beggar's cloak off and left it where it was before he was ever healed.
All right.
That's faith, church. To know that whenever I meet Jesus, whenever he touches me, I'm not going to be the same. Ain't no use in me taking my old stuff with me. I'm going to leave it where it was. I'm going to Jesus, and I'm expecting a new Jesus. I'm going to Jesus, and I'm expecting him to take care of my problem. I'm not going to take my problem with me and leave them at the altar. I'm going to leave my problem where they are, and I'm going to come to Jesus. Many of us have always said, take your problem to the altar and just leave it there. Am I right about that? But blind Bartimaeus said, I'm not taking my coat with me. I'm not going to take it up here to Jesus. I'm taking my coat off right now, and I'm going to leave it where it is. I was a beggar now, but when I get to Jesus, I'm going to be a changed man. I'm going to have eyes that can see. Am I right about it? Because I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. I took off my beggar's coat and I walked up to Jesus, and he asked me, Oh Lord, listen to what I'm saying. He said, what can I do for you? And I'm saying to you, Jesus, God, look at me right now. Why are you asking me that question? Is that a rhetorical question that don't need an answer to? I'm blind, Lord. What do you think I want? Come on, somebody. But the Lord already knew that blind Bartimaeus was blind and couldn't see. But it was up to blind Bartimaeus to tell Jesus what he wanted. In other words, he said, Lord, I want to see. He didn't say, I just want to see. He said, Lord, I want to see again. Come on, somebody. I want to see again. He didn't say, I just want to see. I want to see again. And the Lord said, go. He didn't touch down on the ground, spit, and make clay, put it on his eyes. He didn't say hocus pocus. He just said, go. You are made whole. Come on, somebody. I'm just trying to tell you just how good he is. And just in those little bit of scriptures that I told you, you ought to be full right now. Ain't God all right? Because the Son of honor, his honor has been restored. Ain't the Lord all right? And he has put off his bag of folk. And he went to Jesus just as he was. Ain't the Lord all right? And when he made it to him, he told him, gave him his plea. Ain't God all right? That Lord, I want to see again. Restore unto me the joy of your salvation. Ain't the Lord all right? I was blind, but now I see. Ain't God all right? So the crowd that is here today said, I will bless the Lord at all times. I will bless the Lord at all times. Can I stop right there? That said, once he received his sight again, Bartimaeus didn't stop there. He didn't go back home to tell his family. He didn't go back home to tell his friends. He followed Jesus. Ain't God all right? Every now and then, when God does something for you, you don't need to go back home. It's time for you to follow Jesus and make some noise. So somebody that's blind and cannot see can hear your cry. Ain't the Lord all right? You need to tell somebody how good he's been. That's why all the time I can tell you about my life and where the Lord has brought me from. And those that hear me have hope in their heart. Ain't the Lord all right? They have hope in their heart because they know that if he did it for Ronald, ain't God all right? And by the way, my name is Ronald. Boy, John, my dad's name was John. Ain't the Lord all right? And I can tell you right now that God's grace was present with me all the time when I was in the world. And when I went out there, I felt this grace had left me. But the Lord was always present with me. Ain't God all right? And the Lord touched Ronald, boy John, ain't God all right? And he healed me. And I remember when I started preaching, Elder McAllister, ain't God all right, introduced me in my first sermon. And he sang Amazing Grace. And I didn't know that Amazing Grace has 6 stanzas in it. Ain't the Lord all right? And we sang every stanza there. Ain't God all right? I remember singing my preaching, my first sermon, and it was, ain't God all right? It said, I've been in the storm too long. It's time for me to come out. Ain't God all right? And I was amazed at how that man named Jesus spoke to the wind. Ain't God all right? And made it be still. Y'all don't hear me. Ain't God all right? He's been good to me. And I've been following Jesus ever since that day. Telling somebody that I have ears to hear that Jesus has been good to me. I would reach down in the miry clay and pull me out. and place my feet on the rock to say, and He's been good to me. Has He been good to you? Has He woke you up early in the morning, put food on your table, clothes on your back? He's been good to me. Has He been good to you? Have you ever been sick? Ain't God all right? Sister Bird, you can say I once had on. I was well. I could drive. I could do all I used to do. Am I right about it? But you went down. But you didn't stay down. She left her sickness away and came back to the Lord. Ain't the Lord all right? Every now and then, don't get depressed. Don't lay in your bed. Leave your bed where it is and come to Jesus. He'll heal you. I know He will. I was, ain't God all right? I could not walk. He healed me. Ain't God all right? And now I'm here today to tell you that the Lord is good. He's merciful. And you're right. And you're right. And you're right. And you're right. Before I stop, listen. Hebrews chapter 7 talks about how Jesus is that high priest. And he said every high priest that was taken among men had to first offer up sacrifices for themselves because they were sinners. Am I right about it, church? And then they had to offer the sacrifices for the other people. But those same priests, they died. Didn't they die? I didn't have to have another priest come behind them. And so the Bible says in Hebrews, there was many priests. But when Jesus came along, Jesus became the high priest that died and is still the high priest while He is in heaven. And I don't know about you, but many people have said that heaven is a place where you just take your seat